Welcome back to all Trinity TV viewers from the 10th World Meeting of Families here in Rome. Today the participants in the meetings heard the keynote address on the domestic church and synodality, as well as a number of panels focused on family life. I caught up with the delegation from the Caribbean and heard what they had to say so far about what they've heard and seen and on how they plan on implementing all of those ideas in their home communities when they get back.
In the talk by Lisa and Greg Popcat this morning, they really pulled the domestic church and really put it into context. It's not a metaphorical image. The family is a domestic church, and the domestic church is a real church. And what happens there is vital for the bigger church. And they talk about the three rights of the domestic church, to the rituals and the rights and the forgiveness and the mission of the domestic church. All beautiful stuff, but vital for us in the Caribbean, because many of our families, our good Catholic families, don't see yet that their family is a domestic church, and they don't understand that the family is a call to holiness, and they don't understand that the church has a mission, and that part of that, and they are part of that mission, an integral part of that mission, and that mission is for them to live fully what the family is.
Here we have a new theology being put forward, and what it's saying is that all of us are called to holiness. And the way in which that's done has been in the past often thought of as, okay, the priests or the religious only, that's religious sisters or nuns. But now, how do we live our baptismal call? We just came out of the session that had the young couple speaking about accompaniment and why it's so important. And that too, because couples are prepared for marriage, and we know it's not enough. But then there's so much more that needs to happen in preparing and in accompanying those first few years of marriage, especially. That's extremely important.
You know, it struck me, as it always does, how the sacredness of marriage is to be found, and the sacramentality of marriage is to be found in the very ordinary things of life. You know, a lot of couples and families are not aware that through their daily struggles and the natural struggles they face as human beings and as families are the very things through which they become holy, are the very experiences through which they live their sacramental life. And that seems to be lost, I think, to many families in today's world. All the stories that we heard, the way that they construct the conference around people giving personal testimonies and witnesses is very profound, because it just grounds everything in reality, you know. And I think I would like to take that back to the bishops and to the families of the Antilles Conference of Bishops, that, you know, we have to keep reminding people that the sacredness of their marriage and the sacredness of their family life and the domestic church is in fact something very grounded and real and simple.
Tomorrow we'll hear from the couple that's part of the delegation from the Caribbean here at the 10th World Meeting of Families and hear them talk about the different conferences that they hear tomorrow, namely identity and mission of Christian families and being Christian in the digital age. So stay tuned and check back in tomorrow to hear all the coverage on the 10th World Meeting of Families here in Rome, right here on Trinity TV. From Rome, this is Justin McClellan for Trinity TV.